And we're back. Today we are continuing on with the Silver... No, today we're in the Silver Lantern Archives, continuing with other shit. Today we are continuing on with the Echo of Ancients. Thank you for dealing with my inability to talk. I can swear. Yeah, I can swear. I'm just gonna leave it there. Anyway, our party's in trouble. Everything's gone to hell. Everything always does. But it's up to Raven to tell us exactly why half the party's dead.
Well, in keeping with my theme as a bard, I think I'll make this poem. And I'll say it in the voice of Noman. When last we saw our motley crew, a goblin's bomb had thrown them askew. 3 groups sent off in the cardinal direction, their goal to reunite without detection. Kyron and Elise had problems none, while Farley alone had a illusory one. Noman and Zeke toward the mountain they roam, unaware their friends are already home. Through trial and error they made their way, past goblins and rivers the path it lay. When at last the crew met up at the camp, a first race introduced, good luck to the scamp.
Got it? Got it?
Basically, what happened is we all got our shit yeeted by a big fuck off goblin bomb.
Goblin
Elise
bomb.
and
Goblin
Gob,
bomb.
yes, Elise and Chiron they went straight to the camp, had no issues at all. Farley met up with what were those crazy illusion panthers are called? I don't remember.
Displacer beast.
Displacer beast. As seen in the D&D movie. Yeah, a displacer beast had previously used him as a chew toy. Noman and Zeke decided to go to the mountain because we completely forgot that the camp was actually full of allies. We ended up meeting some goblins. I pretended to be a dead goblin after turning Zeke invisible. The goblin kicked me in the face like a dick, which knocked me out. But we managed to evade them, cross the river. Which again, what is up with this whole campaign and water? It seems to be like our kryptonite. Because we fell in. Luckily, the river was like a foot deep.
Pretty sure it's mostly Zeke's kryptonite.
Yeah, Zeke needs to stay away from water. Like baths only. That's about it. What else? Oh, but we finally managed to get back to camp where we met up with everyone and got introduced to Judd.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. Oh, and we planned the invasion of a goblin fort.
There is one important, very crucial thing you missed. The noble sacrifice of a certain dove.
Oh yes,
about
Roxy
that.
died. Yes, Roxy, Zeke's familiar, met a tragic end. Luckily, they're a familiar. They can just be resummoned.
If they have the spell.
Which remember, Zeke is a level 2 fighter, level 1 warlock.
I thought you used the spell the first day of the campaign to summon Roxy.
It was a tattoo.
It was a magic item,
Oh.
not a spell slot.
Mm.
In the arms of the angels, she flies away.
But you can always work with a wizard to learn how to do ritual castings for wizards and resummon them. Anyway, so we return to our crew. It's been several hours since the meeting. Most of the party has been moved over as it is now a night time. And they are currently getting some rest. Where is Judd? I've lost Judd. Judd, where are you?
Oh no.
Judd.
They're right in the camp. They're in the camp.
Yes, I'm over here. Now I'm gone. They're right.
Okay, Judd. As y'all are sleeping, it has been a long day for a lot of y'all. Getting some good rest, you'll hear the sound, or you're very rudely awoken by more bombs.
Judge's gonna spring up and get out of tent. get out of his tent.
Wait, what did you say we heard again?
Bombs.
Bombs? Okay.
Boom. Bang.
Yeah.
Kablow.
Yeah, Zeke's gonna scamper out too.
Chiron's up.
Are they near or far away?
They're a good distance.
Okay, at least it's just woke up from and then went back to sleep that they're not close.
Oh.
No one like stumbles out of his tent, pulling his pants back up.
I know what you meant, but the way that could be taken.
Who are you sharing a tent with?
Nobody, alone.
You don't have enough room to be alone. Everybody's in groups
Are
of
the-
twos.
Oh. I don't know. Who wants to be roomies with Noman?
The answer is hell, and ending with no.
The main, I think the actual question is, Elise, are you with Zeke or Farley?
I was gonna ask if Zeke and Farley can be left alone together anymore.
No.
Fuck no.
All right. Zeke will take up the spot is rooming with Noman then.
But y'all see.
I don't believe that the option was Noman.
I asked who wants to be bunking with
I
Noman.
think that means that Noman's with Judd.
Yeah, that
Oh.
works.
Okay.
Everybody sees Noman coming out of Judd's tent without pants. He's
Mhm.
buckling them up.
What is going on?
Something's
mean-
exploding. You need to put on your pants.
What you guys wear clothes in your sleep?
Most of the time.
Ugh,
Sounds very
Yep.
uncomfortable.
never can get used to that sound. Ugh. Is it? How did everyone sleep?
Oh, it's still real deep in the night.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 in the morning.
Oh,
I was enjoying it.
yes.
Oh shit, I knocked myself out of roll 20.
No, no.
It's just a bloody day, isn't it? But y'all see Zeke start to go all wibbly wobbly before he gets these long extruding ears and this derpy look on his face. But then you realize it's just his face. He's a bit derp.
Zeke, are you okay?
Yes.
Then why do you look like half the prostitutes you meet in the bars?
I feel as though I should take offense to that, Farley. I will have you know.
Yeah, that was kind of rude, Farley.
I was trying to make a joke. Did that not come out right?
Zeke's gonna
No.
pat Farley on the back.
Considering Chiron
Sorry.
just stomped up. Chiron, are you muted?
No, I'm not muted.
Okay. I just thought aggressive move towards Farley and I was gonna double check. But continue on.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I'm almost positive that Zeke was in Elise's tent and I was in Farley's.
Yep.
So, I would have been over here anyway.
Look, I told you didn't need to stay in the tent. I can sleep alone for one night.
I do
Farley?
not trust you or Zeke due to the last couple of days.
Okay, fair point aside.
I'm gonna go look at one of the closest kobold and just ask them what the fuck is going on.
So the one off to the right, because the other ones aren't around the campfire at the moment.
Yes.
There's just a little kobold whittling some stuff.
So he doesn't look at all perturbed.
No.
I'm going to look at him and just go, in Draconic, ask, How long has those been going off?
Since everything started a couple days ago. It happens at night. The goblins think they can make a big show. But they're a little pain in the ass when it gets dark, so we try to avoid them. So they place bombs and things go boom. I pity the guys that are still out there. Oh, look at that. We got a group coming back in. Looks like they got messed up pretty bad by that earlier raid.
Iron will look.
You see about 20 kobolds marching their way in through the southern gate. They look haggard and bloodied. Some of them are being carried by their companions. But amongst them is a different individual. One, while being a similar size, that is not a kobold. Judd, my dude, you recognize this individual.
It's Kashyyyk.
I'm going to assume that that's a friend of yours.
Yes, you traveled the Wandering Waste with me. It was a part of the group that I was with when I entered. He's good people.
Aaron's gonna follow.
So will Zeke.
Farley, you're getting dragged with.
You have had a very bad couple days. You were wandering here with Judd along with another individual by the name of Hannah, the one who actually led y'all out here. But when all this started going down, y'all got ambushed by goblins, then you were split up. You managed to find Judd here at the kobold camp, and you've been assisting the kobolds fighting the goblins in an attempt to get your missing party member back. However, throughout tonight, you got separated from Judd as Judd was injured early on, so we had to sit out for a night. So you joined one of the kobold raids that got ambushed by some goblins who started dropping massive bombs on the group. It has been a nightmare of a night. You fared a little bit better than most of the kobolds, but you're still not holding up your best either.
Kashyyyk, I was worried. Seems you're a little worse for wear, but back in one piece. That's good.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised to see other people than just kobolds around here.
Yes, these are a few friends I've met. This is Noman, Bard.
No one gives a flourishing bow.
This is Zeke.
Zeke will extend his hand and go, Zamir.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh.
This is Farley. Elise and Kyra. And then one of their companions is in the medical tent, getting well-needed rest.
He'll bow and be like, nice to meet you all.
So
Matt?
what happened out there?
Crap. Did you mention what happened before, CC? Sorry about that.
Yeah, I just did.
I'm sorry about that.
Bombed by goblins.
I was.
Your party has been just wrecked.
My apologies.
A lot of them are going to medical. It has been a hard night. You're bloodied. They're bloodied. It has been. What is going on with Zamir?
They said technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Please
Oh,
hold.
What?
And we're back. Continue. My apologies.
Well, I'm sorry. You're short on words. I know you've been through a lot. Clearly, due to your companion's state, it's probably best you get some rest and we leave you to it.
Thank you.
Ashik, there is a strange thing that you saw during the raid.
Would I be able to remember it, or is it just like
You're not really sure what it was. However, there was some kind of large winged beast or something. There was something with big wings high above the combat in the distance, where other places were being bombed. It's where your troop was trying to get to.
I guess I'll bring that up to Judd. What can I can remember?
Yeah. Oh, that doesn't sound any good. Does any of you possibly know what this could be?
Zamir is going to turn to Chiron and go, did anyone talk to Nimona recently?
Chiron will shake their head. I got an answer through Tafiki, who informed me they weren't dead. Nimona was unresponsive, though I know she got. I heard a lot of fighting, though, on both ends. But it got through, which means she's still alive. I'm sorry. You said your name was Kashik? How do you say your name?
Kashik, yes.
Kashik. Okay. Can you explain more on what this giant thing in the sky looked like?
Well, from most of my memory, it was really high up in the sky. It had wings. But, I can't really remember, like, a whole lot. There was a lot going on.
Is the people that Kashik came in with still with him? Or at least
they
some of
moved
them?
into the tent. They're all pretty bad off. Kashik's the ones that looks best right now.
Okay. So, did it look humanoid with wings or like a monstrosity?
Was it humanoid or?
It was dark and it's hard for you to tell.
It was quite dark. Really hard for me to tell. Wouldn't been able to make that out.
You just saw the massive wingspan.
Okay.
It was very, very long though. Wingspan. Massive.
Well, that is something to be aware of.
Yeah, because based on that description, while Nimona's wings are quite large.
Who is this Nimona, if you don't mind me asking?
One of our employers, a friend of Z.
Oh.
She's a... Chiron kind of tilts their head. I'm going to assume that there's an Aarakocra somewhere in her line due to the wing.
At least we'll correct you. She is an ASMR.
Her wings are... ASMRs don't have wings. Not like that.
Do.
Please hold technical difficulties. Sorry for technical difficulties. My computer almost exploded again because I'm foolish and I forgot to turn something off. But we're back now. What were we doing? Oh, right, the thing in the sky. Were you asking me the description of what was in the sky?
Yeah, you told us that it was too dark, so they can't tell if it's humanoid or not.
Yeah,
Me and Elise are currently...
It was at a distance as well.
You said the wingspan was long though.
It had a decent sized wingspan. You're probably looking 15 feet at least.
Yes, currently Elise and Chiron are talking about the race that is Nimona.
There.
Because Chiron is saying that they're pretty sure that they're probably some Aarakocra somewhere in there. Elise is saying that they're an Azamar. And Chiron knows that that's not how Azamars work.
Well,
So they are confuzzled.
I hope it is your employer, for our sakes.
It would make life a lot easier.
It would. Hey, Kashik, I know you need to rest, but you plan to do battle in the morning. Would you be joining us?
Sure.
Yes, we can always use some assistance with your skills. He's well versed in medicine.
He's right with that. Not to toot my own horn, of course.
And we can always use another healer.
Alrighty. Unless there's anything else, I think we should turn in for the rest of the night. Get as much sleep as we can.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Being waken up in the middle of the night.
Alrighty.
So is the party going back to bed?
Yes. As well, Zamir, you get a whisper back of, we've got some people that can cast healing spells.
I don't. Other than the new guy, Judd, I don't think anyone else can.
You know, sometimes I forget that the elephant isn't with us anymore.
You literally forget the elephant in the room.
We forget the elephant isn't in the room.
The elephant slides shape in the wall.
Elephant.
Anyway, is there anything I would like to do before heading back to sleep? Or is everybody just going?
I mean, I'm dragging Charlie back into the tent.
Judd is going to futz around with a piece of parchment, sort of writing down some little speech for tomorrow. Just thinking through what to say, and just anticipating sort of the least amount of lives that could be lost tomorrow. And he's a little anxious about it, but eventually, after a little while, he'll turn in.
It is all too soon before the sun rises once again, and the day you have to go to battle arrives. The party begins waking up, gearing up, and getting ready.
Judd is outside doing calisthenics. It's important to stretch in the morning.
If Elise looks over towards Zamir or happens to see him, you will see him in the most awkward sleeping position ever. Probably on his face. Probably twisted a little bit, maybe butt up in the air, but it does not look comfortable.
One hand behind their back.
Totally Peter Griffined it.
Yeah.
Well, seeing that Elise will probably rise early, she'll probably try to help a bit with that before heading out. Just
Oh,
make sure
he's
Zamir is
snoring
coming.
happily.
It can't be good for your posture. But we'll leave you to sleep in, to get some exercise in. Seeing that you had a rough day.
Chiron's gonna check on Z.
They have not yet woken, but they are looking less shivery than last time you saw them.
That's good. pat the kitty's head.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Who?
You, Chiron.
I said just patting the kitty's head.
Oh, okay.
Because
Good
V
morning,
is currently
Chiron.
Good morning.
My apologies. I know it's early. He's got a little piece of parchment paper with a quill. He's like, I know you speak Draconic, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to know how you say "for victory" in Draconic, and help me write it down.
Uno momento.
Mm-hmm.
Vivek.
How do you spell it?
Vivex.
Vivex.
Yep.
Vivex.
No, I am not joking.
Yep. Vivex. That's a bit of a tongue twister for me. Sorry.
You're
Vivek.
good.
Gotcha. Vivex. I'll practice that. Thank you. Oh,
No problem.
Vivex. As he walks away.
Now remind me, the only two of the leaders y'all were thinking about bringing was Priest Demetrios and Icaros, if I remember correctly, yeah?
Yeah, Icarus for stealth and Demetrios to help heal the army.
Good. Okay, cool. You'll see Icaros wander down. Good to see y'all already. It's everybody in your crew up?
Not exactly. I'm a bit of an early riser, but they will probably awake very soon. If not, I will get them up.
Good.
You just see Chiron just put up a finger, walk into Farley's tent, and you just hear a kerfluffle. Farley, your bedroll is promptly flipped.
You see like the glow in his eyes like fades away as he goes back to normal. As he comes back, he's like, what the hell?
Morning.
What the hell? I was trying to meditate.
Get
Chiron,
ready.
when you walk past Doman, you're just seeing him like stretch and move, being surprisingly flexible.
Fair. Zeke, you get
Alright.
Zamir, you get the same treatment.
Zamir puts up no resistance and wakes up fairly easily for the most part and goes, "Oh, morning time already. Why must you always turn me into a burrito?"
Because you look terribly uncomfortable leaving you that way.
Good morning, Zamir.
Yes.
I'm not. I feel like I should question that, but I don't think now is the time. After the battle.
Hey Chiron, hey Noman, Emma, hey, hey, Zam. Hello, Zam.
Kashik, when you're ready, join the group.
He's got that honk shoe going on.
Kashik, are you alright? Oh, brother. Last night was a lot for him. I feel very rude to do such a thing, but a promise is a promise. Kashik! And he's
That's
gonna...
exactly.
Sorry, my friend, but we are about to get a move on. And, our party's assembled, and we are about to head off.
He's like staring off in the distance, just like blinking.
Yes.
He gets up, he gets ready.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. You're in or what, Farley?
You remember that cosmic wind thing I keep telling you I hear like in myself? I was trying to see if I could connect with it.
So Farley
Stop
has
that
started to
every-
hear the voices again.
It's not a voice. It's more like a turbulent storm that I hear in my head and myself.
Sounds like
And I
Farley
keep-
has gas.
Yeah, took it from me.
And I keep telling you, no. Because every time you try and connect with it, things explode.
It's called
Okay,
hot.
no, that's just my own ingenuity. That's my own ingenuity, not that. Most of the time, I think. We'll table this later.
You all hear another explosion in the distance.
Pyrotech.
Go ahead.
I rest my case.
Okay, no, that one
Pyrotechnics.
wasn't me.
I heard pyrotechnics. What's going on?
No, I was just saying pyrotechnics.
Itchable, you were... Or, not Itchable. Icarus.
Itchable Crane's here to fight the Headless Horseman, apparently.
Fight me.
I'm just here to inform you that Priest Demetrios has moved off with the forces, preparing to assault the keep.
Oh,
We have managed to confirm that hidden within the keep, Blackblade is still making a mess of things.
Alrighty. Well, let's get this show on the road.
agreed.
Priest Demetrios. That sounds like an interesting name.
He's one of the kobold leaders. That being said, Judd, you might want to get your companion up to speed on what's going on.
Yes, of course. And I can't get him up to speed. Yes, we're assaulting the fortress. In which direction is it? Okay,
Southwest.
southwest. The bulk of the force will be at the front gate, while Chiron and Kobold's name, Ikaros, will be sneaking in the back and doing what they do best. Our purpose is to frontline assault and draw their attention towards us.
Okay.
We'll be a part of the bulk of the force. And I assume you would do what you do best, which is maintain lives, which is very important in this, because the minimal amount of casualties you can have, the better.
Of course, I'm here to support you guys.
Alrighty. Yes. Yes. I believe we're ready then. Let me get my walking stick and shield, and we can start to think of heading out. Go into the tent, grab a shield, and all that jazz.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, so that it's on record, Zeke will, upon seeing Judd grab his things, run in and put on his armor and stuff. Since, he was forcibly dragged out by Chiron.
I didn't force you to drag out. I just flipped you over.
I will note, out of character, besides the walking stick, it doesn't appear that Judd has a weapon on him.
Okay.
Alrighty. Is everyone all set?
I think we're as ready as we can be.
I suppose so.
Yes, Commander, sir.
No, that was a long time ago. Definitely not. Icarus, are you ready?
Just been waiting on you lot.
Ready. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you for not waking up at noon.
Above table, before Zamir says that, says what he's going to say, I'm going to apologize above table, but Zamir is going to look at Judd and go, since we can't call you Commander, can I call you Daddy? And do a very awkward wink, and then go, I apologize.
I tap
Judge
Sam on the back of the head. Hey, no, stop it. Keep it in your pants.
Actually, Zamir, would you like to make an insight check on that?
Let's do that.
Jerry.
Insight.
Oh.
Fuck. And I don't have
He-
any.
He pauses for a second and then he laughs. He goes, I think that's a compliment. And he quickly changes the subject and moves on.
Noma's gonna look over at Samir with like just the biggest, quirkiest of eyebrows, because Samir's hoarding it on Noma's turf.
Who's really
I
the
will
horny
outdo.
bard?
Going on.
No
I
man's
will
turf.
outdo you in every sense.
There's some sort of like love Ramis going on around here.
No, being the promiscuous one was Noman's thing.
Now you got competition. Get good or go home, scrub. But Icarus is waiting near the ladder. He's got a shoulder pressed against it.
All right. Well, let's get a move on. Out of character, I assume Z is staying here.
Yeah, they're still unconscious. They haven't woke up yet.
Okay, gotcha.
That being said, one, fuck D&D Beyond because none of my rolls are going through.
Amen.
But yeah. That being said, Chiron, as we're starting to leave, Chiron's gonna stop mid-step for a moment, as you know, it's been a couple of days, and they finally got some like actual rest, and some things that they're going to remember a conversation from a little bit ago, and then go, fuck.
What is it?
That does seem to be what your party's going for. You hear from Icarus.
That's not what that was not aimed at them. I can handle that. I just had a realization.
The good or the bad kind.
I think I know where Fiki is.
Oh?
One of your compatriots?
Icarus, is there a current battle going on at the temple?
Yeah, temple? Which temple you mean?
That ruined temple that we saved Nimbus and...
You mean the castle?
Yes.
Not sure. We got cut up from our forces on that side. That's why we're fighting to get through this fortress. Regroup with the team on that side. See if we can make a final push towards their key.
The ogre said that they were going up that way. How much you want to bet that Fiki met up with them and that's where they're at? And we just misunderstood and thought that they meant the actual hole in the ground that we took.
According to Nikias, that area is full of caverns that go underground. Could be.
We need to hurry. Because that means that they went up right in the middle of that.
Well, best information says our crew's still alive over there. If they met up with the forces there, they should be alright. Wow. As right as anybody else is over there.
That's if your forces, because the thing is that they don't speak Draconic. So the hope is that Fiki is with them and was able to explain the ogres.
Yeah. That's fair. At this point, though, I think we're going to take anyone that doesn't try to shoot us as green. No offense to anybody that gets sick.
That completely negate ogres, or not ogres, orcs.
Yeah? You seen any orcs around here?
No, but you've been here longer.
Only half one.
Yeah, you're also not green.
That's very true too.
And if they're taller than, well, me, maybe I won't shoot them in the face when they get there. But if they're around my size, yeah, we're probably going to have issues.
I guess it's a good thing that I'm red and not green.
Red for the win.
I'll give him a fist bump for that one.
Everybody loves the red. So, you all ready?
Yes.
Good. We got a bit of a march ahead of us. And you, Bluetooth. He points at Farley.
What?
Don't get in fights with cats, yeah?
Look, the rule of fights is you either win or you die. So
No,
we'll see what happens.
you're gonna run. Capiche?
Why would I run?
Because
I'm not-
otherwise
Farley?
he'll stab you in the ass. And then you'll have to run.
It seems
Farley,
counterproductive.
Farley. Chiron is going to jump up and grab you by the front of your robes and pull you down to their level and make you look them in the eyes. You're gonna listen very carefully here, Farley. Do you understand?
Yes.
If we have to retreat, you are going to turn your little ass around and fucking retreat. Capiche?
Yes.
She ain't even
I
shaking
get
that
one
one.
another
You
day.
have to agree. We might
Farley?
be able to make you a good captain or something. Maybe a sergeant at least.
I struggle for a second, but then finally kind of relent and say, fine. Yes, boss.
You get patted on the cheek.
And that's why Cledron is the leader.
Also you've seen how me and Zeke interact for like 15 minutes alone.
Can I roll a perception check, please?
Yeah.
I did say whisper.
You
That is
realize
why
there's
I
a very
asked.
large person standing behind you as well.
I'm trying to remember what promise you're talking about. That out of character. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to remember.
The one that Chiron legit just made Farley make. About retreating with the rest of the group.
Oh, wait a minute. I need to...
Nobody is
no.
going is look you straight in the eye and give you like the
I am going to be using my MVP.
Good to hear themselves.
but nobody's giving Zamir like
Nope, still don't
the
hear.
fuck around.
Roll the damn thing!
Oh, go ahead, Noman, sorry.
He's giving Zamir like just like the don't fuck around look, like you gotta do the same thing.
Zamir will shrug and whistle and walk away from Noman.
Chiron, you definitely hear that I'm not doing anything to get myself in trouble whistle. From Zamir.
Yeah, no, the moment that they walk by, Chiron's gonna grab their pant leg and pull them back. What'd you do?
I did nothing. I just happened to say a funny joke to Noman, and I thought it was very, amusing.
Noman, what did they say? And Chiron just turns and swivels and looks at you dead in the eyes, Noman.
Zamir will mutter a shit.
No one will look at Kyra and then at Zamir. How the hell did I become one of the responsible people in this group? I'm never the responsible one.
What did they say?
They're basically thinking that they can get away with not doing what you just told Farley to do.
Zamir, you get pulled down in the same way. If we have to run, you're running. Do you understand?
Zamir is going to like over dramatically deflate and go, fine.
Zamir, you notice a little bit of movement over Chiron's head. As you see, Icaros has taken out a knife that looks like a Z. And he's just looking over. He flashes the flat of the blade. And you can see, written in common, you don't know why it's in common, but it is, written in common across, right above the hilt of the blade. Old butt stabber.
Zeke is going to just start dying from laughter.
Chiron is just going to...
Chiron, you just told this individual to do something. Now they're laughing in your face.
Yeah. Chiron's patience is wearing thin, Zamir. I'm so sorry. You're gonna get smacked.
Whoa.
In between laughter and being hit, like in between laughter and saying ow, just go, the knife, it said something, the knife!
I turn around.
You see, he's picking underneath his nails with the knife. You can see plainly written, "Ye old butt stabber."
It's okay. I turn back to Zamir. It's not gonna be funny when it's stabbing your ass.
I'm pretty sure that's his job.
It's exactly his job.
I want to say we both know that that's not the hardest thing I've gotten in my ass, but I think that might be too far.
You'll beat me by this much, and no one holds up his fingers like pinched together.
Give me a
Elise?
moment before we go. I need to get something. As you see Icaros sheath the dagger and start walking off.
I'm gonna turn to Elise. Do you want Farley duty or Zamir duty?
I'm gonna have to watch them both later on while you're sneaking about.
You're not incorrect. I do apologize that I'm not there to help.
I mean, you only need to watch Sam. I'm gonna be fine. I'm not gonna do anything stupid this time.
This time.
I'm gonna watch Farley, because I don't trust that.
I'll watch Samir.
I would suggest the other way around since I am more on the front of fighting with Elise.
Shit.
As Zamir speaks with the actual brain cell he somehow manages to have at times.
He borrowed it from Farley.
Never returned
Chiron's gonna look at Noman and go, you are going to protect Farley and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. So please, don't lose your brain cell.
Please, Caroline, you wound me.
Promise.
Of course, I promise nothing. I will do my best to control the natural disaster that is Folly.
You swear?
I swear on any god I believe in.
Any god.
You are correct. I have not let you go. No funny business, Noman.
Hey,
Farley, stop playing with fire.
Fine.
I'm surrounded by children.
I was gonna
At that
say.
point, Chiron, something gets put on your head from behind.
I look up.
You have a helmet on now.
What helmet do I have?
You have this kind of bronze-made helmet with a T-shaped visor and a large red mohawk. You've seen some of the other kobolds wear.
Have I just been accepted into the Legion?
No, honorary member for right now. We need you people to actually know who's in charge.
Fair enough. Is this gonna fuck with myself? I'm red. It'll be fine.
Wait, should we be red?
If everything goes well, you'll be very red by the end of this.
I mean, I could be red right now if you need.
I don't know why you'd be anything else, but that's up to you.
Zamir's gonna change his hair color to red for like a few minutes before changing it back.
Those of you with the power to shapeshift, pick a form and stick with it so that you don't confuse everyone. And that we don't accidentally stab you.
Oh, that actually reminds me, Chiron. We for the two new people, Judd and Kashyyyk. Noman comes over in front of them. This is these are the faces of the people you should not stab if you see them on the battlefield or anywhere else that we're not around. And Noman changes his face to look exactly like like the people who are here, like Nimona and Fiki.
Oh, okay.
So you
Well, alrighty, yes.
see, you see
I
these
see.
people, don't attack.
Do not attack.
No. Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
Noman
Don't
gives a-
Sorry.
forget Snips.
Oh, right. And Noman
That's
also
the
shows.
one green one that you're not allowed to stab.
What was it?
Oh, Snips.
Snips. Okay.
Yes,
It is
that's
the
the-
one green one that you're not allowed to stab.
Noman makes his face look like Snips, which is
Hmm.
really weird because he's normal bodied, just goblin head.
That doesn't look too healthy making those faces.
I'm a changeling. Making faces is like 80% of what we do.
Yeah, it's just Kashyyyk hasn't really seen changelings before. Much.
Yeah, in that case, neither have I, but it might be useful skill.
Yeah.
Noman turns his face back, gives a thumbs up to everybody. There, now we're all cut up.
Yes.
Okay.
So, y'all ready to head out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Already.
Then it's easy enough to get moving once again. Y'all have a good long march ahead of y'all, but y'all have more than a couple kobolds joining, or no, they're not, sure, they're already there. So it's just y'all and Icaros. Is there anything you would like to do on y'all's walk?
Well, since Kashyyyk is whistling some mining tunes, Noman will accompany that whistling with some violin music.
Oh, very nice.
Judd is continuing to write down on his parchment paper.
seeing someone else writing something, Zamir is going to pull out his own paper and start his daily ritual of writing his letter.
Is anybody
Flop
paying
your-
attention to Icarus?
I'm paying attention to everything.
Farley might, if just for the sake of just for the sake of not looking at anything around here, they might light on fire.
Fair. Icarus is leading the crew, so he's up to the front, but you'll do notice something interesting about Icarus. While everybody's got very similar kind of bronze-ish steel weapons, Icarus's gear is a little different. He doesn't have the same design. His is a little more modern, more like y'all's gear. He's mostly kitted out in leather, and instead of the standard steel you would have expected to see, he has 2 short swords on his waist, each of which are odd. One of them is a dark black obsidian color, and one of them is a pure silver white. Y'all still with me?
Yeah.
I'm talking to my
Yeah.
damn self.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Chiron goes up to Icarus and asks, what are your weapons made out of?
Obsidian and mithril. Picked them up a long time ago when we were dungeon delving underneath Mhalduun.
Nice.
Those are mithril weapons?
Well, one of them is. The other one's made out of obsidian. At least I think it is.
Oh, whoever you got it from must have either had really expensive tastes or forged it themselves.
Yeah, dwarves tend to have pretty expensive tastes.
Nice. I think my dad tried to purchase a mithril sword before, but then he accidentally insulted the armorer.
That's how it goes. You want to take a look? He looks over at Chiron.
And we'll nod.
Which one?
I mean, I want to see both, but let's start with the obsidian.
He flicks it out of its sheath and hands it over to you. He'll first.
I'll take it carefully and examine the blade.
You see that it is a beautiful black blade with purple inscribings and accents worked along its blade. You also see, yet again, written in common, find out.
Chiron's gonna smirk. By chance, is the other one called fuck around?
In one.
So he said he thinks it's obsidian, correct?
Yeah.
Can I roll nature to see if I agree with him?
It would be at disadvantage because this would normally be stoneworking intelligence.
Okay. So, just an intelligence check?
Yeah. At disadvantage.
Okay, you're going to... Nope, not public. Is... I don't know why...
You do not recognize it.
Okay.
As far as you could. No, it could be obsidian.
That is completely fair and valid. I'm not my area of expertise. But after giving it a good look, I will hand it back hilt first.
He'll flip it in his hand and resheath it, handing you the white one instead. Which is almost the exact mirror of the black one, but this one is a pure silvery white with light blue writing. Which does indeed say, fuck around.
Now the question is, are all your weapons got sayings like this?
Once I find the right ones, yeah.
Fair enough. I'm not even gonna bother to. Does this have the lightness of Mithril?
Probably.
Okay. But
He does
after I'm
unsheathe something from hidden in his belt.
oh,
It's a little throwing dagger. He flashes the blade to Ryuju. And instead of anything like the other ones, that one just says, look up.
I look up.
You feel something sharp touch your neck. You'd be surprised how many people look up.
Which is saying a thing. Which is saying something. Speaking that nobody ever does.
Yeah, but when you write it, look up. They always do, exposing their neck.
And Chiron will step back before nodding so that they don't accidentally nick themselves. And then I will hand him the blade back hilt first.
He'll take it, flick it back into its sheath. Farley, you're the only one that caught this conversation as well.
Farley kind of just like shrugs and just keeps going on with what is about to be the very large battle. Yeah, if it doesn't direct Farley and or cause him harm, it doesn't really affect him.
Anything for Judd or Kashik as y'all are walking? Y'all haven't seen each other a couple of days, and y'all been in the middle of a war zone.
Oh,
And your third compatriot is still missing.
yes. So catching. It seems as if our compatriot is being used for nefarious means. Did you get any further details on your travels outside of the camp about it?
No.
No, I wouldn't have.
Yes. I feel guilty. I truly do. Should have been me who got captured. I have a lot of making up to do. So how's your wounds today?
What was that? Sorry about that.
How are your wounds today?
Well, I'm doing much better. Definitely healing. I was definitely where the worse when you first saw me last night. Out of
Yeah,
it mentally.
Oh yeah, I know you were short on words, which is not very common for you.
Yeah. It was just so much fire, so much goblin. Can't even explain it in words.
Yes, this really tests my oath. I always tried to find an alternative way of doing things, but this conflict, there is no solution but confronting it. Judd's sort of rubbing his face with his hand on his face. Ugh. Well, all I can hope is for no casualties, but we'll see.
I'll do my best.
Yes, me too. We'll keep walking.
It takes a good long while before y'all come across a small hidden encampment. Here, the rest of y'all's kobold forces are awaiting you. There are 2 kobold sorcerers, 1 legionnaire, an artifacts, a dragon shield, a signifier, or there's 2 dragon shields, and a group of 4 Vels, as well as Priest Demetrios. You also see there is a portable ram that they have laid out again across the ground nearby. Looks like it's going to take at least 4 kobolds to hold the bloody thing, but it is not protected from above. Whoever runs in with that will be exposed. Already have anything to say as they arrive?
Chiron looks at it and goes, "Is there any way possible that we can tie some shields to people's heads?"
Don't really know. You hear from Icaros. The heavier stuff, well, you won't make it through the terrain out here. It gets all jammed up in the grass.
If I stand in the front of it, I should be able to block 1, maybe 2 people.
Problem's gonna be getting things thrown down on you when they're trying to get through the door.
Yes, there's probably a good chance they have a whole shitload of big, heavy rocks to be throwing down.
No, we know that there's places on the outskirts around it that they can dump oil.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the pitch than anything else.
Plus the ballistas.
It all comes
Chiron.
down to however we get through that door. If we can get it open with our forces still intact, we'll have a better chance of taking the keep. But if we get stuck and they manage to pick us off, we're going to be in trouble.
If you get those that are holding that, if y'all get stuck, turn around and run. Better to be able to regroup and fight another day.
They also lose the elements of surprise. And we're going to get stuck there for a little bit either way. Unless somebody goes in and opens the gate from the other side.
I mean, you and me are getting in. Our goal is to disable those ballistas as quickly as we can.
No one's gonna look at Chiron. Are you positive you don't want me to come in there with you? But I am pretty stealthy.
Yes. I am absolutely positive that I do not want another person to make sure that I doesn't get captured. That cannot get themselves out. If you get caught, you're fucked.
I mean, it wouldn't be impossible for Noman to get himself out. I am proficient in thieves' tools. I can pick locks. I could cast the. I can make myself look like a goblin. I can.
And I can bonus action dash and climb on the wall. Mm-hmm.
Noman's better suited for a long-term infiltration, while Chiron's short-term.
Yeah. Straight up, you would be more of a hindrance because I would be worried that you got caught. I can get myself. Yeah. You are better off supporting the people charging the gate.
Damn, my choice to build a character around the idea of gathering information rather than long protracted army battles.
But does the crew have anything
You
to
do
say?
have an important job.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That you do have an important job, Noman. You have to make sure Farley doesn't do anything. At least that's
Oh
what
no,
I
this is where my. Oh no! This is where stupidity becomes useful.
Farley,
Actually,
we know that's a lie, and I love that you already know what's up with this group, Judd.
Yes, I got a good sense of it just for one day, but I do agree that sometimes reckless action is required, but doing it sensibly and timing it is the important thing, not just any time.
Yeah, we need to make sure we inflict as much casualties as possible.
Who
Judge
that?
is lost by that comment.
Is that not the right
Not
word?
always. Not always. But, in this instance, unfortunately, we're forced into that situation, yes, but say normally, no.
Oh. Okay, well, time for battle.
Oh, there's something I want to check. Where is it? It's here somewhere. There you are. Doesn't Farley have the spell Shatter?
No, unfortunately, I have 2 levels Warlock and 1 level Sorcerer. I don't have access to the
But-
spell yet.
Oh, because I remember there was a backstory thing. It was like you cast Shatter on.
It's
Yeah, I
fire.
thought you had
No,
it.
that wasn't shatter on a building. I blew up the building with some explosives. I need to work on timers.
We had to retcon it because Farley can't actually shatter.
Would,
Okay.
would Bless be better in combat to be casted or before combat?
It only lasts a minute, so
In combat, okay.
Yeah, it's not like Baldur's Gate that has like a lot until long rest stuff.
Yeah.
I wish.
we do have sorcerers here at the camp at the battlefield, right? The kobolds.
Yes,
There's like
they're
any
not
chance
able to
one-
cast shatter.
Okay. Was worth asking.
But is there anything that you would like to do before the party goes?
Well, just gather our bearings and just go over the plan one more time and, just get to it.
Else the Icarus nods to Demetrios, who immediately raises a hand, and all of the other kobolds go silent and immediately start picking up gear, getting helmets on, straightening armors, checking their friends' armors, making sure everything is good to go. They are efficient and moving. You see the battle standard of Mhalduun raised into the air, but they're still a ways away from the camp. Y'all haven't seen it yet.
Alrighty. Well, before we take off, there is one thing I would like to say.
Yeah.
Today we stand at a pivotal moment, and he gets up on. If there's a crate or something, he's going to stand up on it. Look at his note real quick and stick it in his pocket. He says,
Seeing you wind up for a speech, Noman is going to start playing accompanying battle music.
"Thank you. Out of character. Today we stand at a pivotal moment, a crossroads defined by conflict and resolve. Our world is engulfed in chaos, and the weight of uncertainty presses upon our hearts. Yet amidst this turmoil, we gather here with one singular purpose: to reaffirm our commitment to live to fight another day. Living another day is not merely a matter of survival, it is a testament to our unyielding spirit. Each dawn that breaks over the horizon is a reminder that hope is alive, that tendency courses through our veins. In the fact of adversity, we find the strength to rise, to breathe, to embrace the possibilities of a new day brings. We fight not just for ourselves, but the dreams and aspirations of those we hold dear. Our loved ones are our guiding stars. Their laughter and love fuel our resolve. We fight for our families, our communities, and the future we envision our generations yet to come. But yet, let us not forget, there are those who take our sacrifices for granted. The enemy, in their ignorance, underestimates our determination. They believe we can be broken, that our spirits can be dimmed. But they do not know the fire that burns within us. It is a fire ignited by love, by loyalty, and by unwavering commitment to protect what matters the most. We are not merely pawns in that game. We will rise as warriors, stand firm against the tides of despair. For in this fight, we do not fight alone. We fight together. We fight together. We rise together. And together, we will triumph. Viveks! And he lifts his stick up in front of all the kobolds and his party members.
Hear he, hear he.
You see the kobolds confusedly put a hand up. As I take the feeling that was in common, yeah?
It was. The only word that was in
Yeah.
in Draconic was for victory.
Chiron will just, in the back, just start, like, as this is going on, is just acting as translator. Like, this is going over all of their heads. Excuse me as I
trust me.
translate.
Trust me. If I did this before you left, it would have been something else.
It's just like the people like.
1, 2, 3. Everyone in our party take, what is it? 5 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Oh,
How much?
5.
is that from like a tray or something?
Beat.
Leadership.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's level plus charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Which is 5.
Mm-hmm.
But you see they are ready to go. It sounds like Priest Demetrios is giving them a speech as well. But Icaros nods to Chiron, ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's see if these goblins, and specifically that fool Blackblade, likes fucking around and finding out, eh?
We are going to kill everyone.
Harley.
Harley, you get smacked upside the head.
What? I was psyching myself up for battle.
Hey, I thought I was in charge of dealing with Farley, and no one prods him with the bow. No unnecessary murder.
I suppose it will be a team effort in this instance.
I am not a chihuahua.
Let's bring death swiftly.
Unfortunately, yes. Swiftly.
So, Chiron, do you have anything else to say to your compatriots before you go? Chances are you won't be able to speak to them again until after the battle, should any of you survive it.
Chiron looks at all of them and go, if any of you die, and I have to find out a way to bring you back, I will beat the shit out of you once I figure it out.
Nothing's killed us so far.
Oh,
I want to wish you luck on this quest of yours. My prayers are with you, and I will make sure that all your compatriots will remain safe.
Okay, so apparently we're doing this from
Oh.
my fucking laptop today.
I'll try and stop the dying, but I can't make any promises.
He will. He will do it.
As long as you know the consequences.
Consequences from you?
Chiron is going to look up at you and just smile.
Aren't
I'm pretty sure you're
Chiron-
looking eye to eye.
Yeah, I was about to say Kashik and Chiron might be the same size.
Almost.
How tall are they?
5'4".
Oh,
No,
Four,
no,
four.
no, I'm not.
Hold
I
on.
am
4.
2.5 feet
Hold
tall.
on, 4'5". Let me
Hey,
minus that.
Ashik is 4'5"?
I thought
Yeah.
Cat is like a gnome or
If
something.
that's too big for a gnome, I
Yes,
can go
that's
less.
absolutely. You're in the range of about. You're usually around 3'5".
Okay, then I'll just do 3'5" then.
Yeah, that's a real big gnome.
So I was like, let's go a little more like,
I was gonna say. Now here's the
Skinny
question:
dwarf.
One sec. Are gnomes and dwarves roughly the same size?
No, because gnomes are small,
Okay.
dwarves are still medium. A dwarf will be about 4 or 5, just broad, but gnomes are definitely smaller.
Okay. They're still short. They're still taller than I am, because I'm only 2.5 feet.
Yeah, it's because you're a pipsqueak.
Listen, there's
There's
a
no,
reason for this.
there's no judgment.
But is there anything
I
else?
mean, there should be judgment. Chiron's a tiefling.
Is there anything
Straight up,
else
Chiron's a tiefling.
the party would like to do before Chiron leaves?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
I was in the middle of something when we were talking about heights.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But Chiron looks at Kashyyyk. They have to look up, but they smile, and you do see that Chiron is giving you a very toothy grin that promises retribution, in which they have fangs.
They look up and down, look like in different directions.
Alrighty.
I am small but mighty. But what are you doing, Noman?
Before Chiron rushes off to go do their sneaky sneak, no one's gonna go up to Chiron. Well, since you won't take me, at least let one of my spells go with you. And no one will start plucking at his violin strings, and you fade from it. You fade from view. You are now invisible, and that it lasts about an hour.
As long as no one can keep concentration.
Yeah.
Hopefully, no one ain't gonna get attacked like during this battle. Not too often, anyway. Because Noman's not great at combat.
Because that's what
Yeah, I
everybody
mean-
says when they go to war.
Yeah.
I'm
probably
going into this figuring that you're going to lose concentration eventually.
Does anybody want to say anything to the invisible Chiron? You don't think they've left?
Chiron, if you're still here, you want a drink before you go?
What are you drinking right now?
I don't know. We stole this from someplace a while ago. I've been holding on to it. I'm actually amazed it survived the water.
Chiron's going to grab it. You just feel it leave your hand.
That's a foot.
They take a swig, because it doesn't instantly turn invisible even though it's on me. The thing has to be on me when the spell is cast, so it's just floating. But they take a swig, and then hand it back to you. And then scurry off. Grab Icarus, and...
Old crane.
Yeah, if you could put his name token so that we could all see it, that would help.
Does anyone else want to drink what this stuff is before we...
A gnome always carries his own wine, and he has like a wine jug on him.
I have refrained from drinking for years now, so no thank you.
Same here. I only now can legally drink, so...
Looks like Judd's I can't even speak. Judd has become a square.
Yes, something like that, I suppose.
Sam,
Am I-
Noman, you want some of whatever this crap is?
Noman is gonna take the bottle and take a sniff of it.
It's probably something equivalent to moonshine. I have no idea where I picked it up from, but I just had it for a while.
There was a halfling that was running around with a raccoon.
Oh yeah, I think I got this from Waterdeep once.
With Noman's background in taverns and high society and all, pretty much doing all kinds of crazy shit, will he recognize what this is at all?
Not this. It's alcohol, but not this specifically.
Noman takes a small sip.
Just remember, we need to keep our wits about us.
Drinking on the job.
Oh, don't worry, it's only one swig. Besides, I'm fairly certain we might die, so just in case.
And
Having less sanity is always good before battle.
helps with the edge of battle. Don't worry.
Nope. Sam, you want some, or shall we go?
Sure, I'll take some. Thank you.
It's not
Elise,
long.
how you feeling? Are you ready?
I'm always ready for a fight. This is what I've done for years.
Alrighty.
Very soft spoken.
You probably want to put that wine away now.
Yeah.
Jed says with an air of seriousness.
No problem.
Zamir will lean towards Kashek and kind of half whisper, "They're soft spoken until you do something dumb, in which case they will cuss your ass out. Trust me."
I got that feeling from them. I feel like they got some zest to it, but you know. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
But it's not long after that, you'll see most of the kobolds form up and they are on the move. Moving away from Icarus as they move towards their target. Ready to wait for the signal. Chiron, is there anything else you would like to do before going off?
I'm sorry. I accidentally unplugged my headset. What was that?
The main force is leaving you and Icarus behind.
Okay. For the time being, I'm going to stay in where Icarus can tell where I'm at. And just, you ready?
There's a nod. And he doesn't say anything else before he takes off into the wood.
I follow suit.
As y'all are running, he's keeping himself low. He's not making much sound despite the fact he's at a run. And it takes y'all a good maybe 5 minutes to get where y'all need to be. As y'all come out just on the edge of the battle. Not the battlefield. You can now see the fort. Your allies have yet to arrive, but you, Chiron, can see it.
Where's my token?
Off on the right with Icarus.
Alright, okay. Okay. So I am going to stick with Icarus up until we're supposed to split off.
Well, you're going to be getting in together, so...
Yeah, so... He's not invisible, so we're going to have to go the stick and low to the ground.
Yeah, he makes his way slowly and silently through the wood, watching to see if there's any movement on the tower, and you do see there's a handful of goblins moving here and there, and you can hear their voices drifting over. But eventually he does crawl down into the ravine, still not making a sound. He has pulled his hood up, and you notice his cloak is taking on the color of the rock around him, making it hard to see him. It's mostly in the shadows of the rock and the way his cloak is moving that you can really see him.
Okay. I am going to put, like, before I follow into the ravine, I am going to take the helmet on my head and put it into my bag
Okay.
so that I don't have to risk it falling off, and then I'm going to put my hood up.
Fair.
I'm gonna keep it on me just so that, you know, when stealth goes out the window, that I can differentiate myself from everyone else, but for now it is not needed.
You see the two of you very carefully make y'all's way, taking more time than is strictly necessary to make sure y'all make it safe. The two of you end up just underneath the eastern wall. Icaros moves quickly and quietly to the bottom and crouches, looking up, hearing the voices of the goblins. Not
Are they
knowing...
saying any...
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are they saying anything that we can actually understand?
That's all.
And if so, anything... Okay, then. Go ahead.
You see Icaros, not knowing where you are, very slowly makes his way across.
I am doing my best to keep up with him.
You're fine. You're faster than him. And
Me
he
too.
leads you around, back, seeing the outhouse that y'all had marked earlier. And from it, you hear a soft humming.
Why is it always me?
You see Icaros look over and then look around for you. For any sign.
I kind of just like flatten the grass in front of him so that he can just, not enough that it's going to catch anyone else's attention, but enough to catch his, since he knows that I'm here invisible.
He sees it and he nods to you and he starts rifling through his bag, taking out what looks like claw spikes. And start attaching it to his feet and over the backs of his hand. And he is going to start working his way up the side of the wall, being careful to be as quiet as he can, but there's a small as he's moving, stabbing the claws into the wall. He's definitely not as fast as you, but he's moving faster considering it's just a flat wall than you would have expected. He seems to be heading for the outhouse. How would you like to do this, Chiron?
So, speaking that I am just straight up invisible, I am just gonna go up the wall and watch and make sure that he gets in and into position before I go off. But with me being invisible, I can just quietly go up the wall.
Fair.
I stick.
Roll me a intelligence.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
Na, 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 na. Boop.
As Icaros is moving over, you realize there is an issue, Chiron. You hear somebody in the area which Icaros is, and your people are moving towards the door now. He won't be able to get in through the porta potty if there's somebody there. He could be able to kill them, but the chances of him being able to do it silently are slim to none.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of put a hand on Icarus, just to, like, as best as I can to get his attention.
He freezes in place, taking a couple beats before looking around.
I tap his ears.
He's listening.
Okay. And then I'm going to take one of his hands so that he doesn't fall off, and I'm going to point it at the outhouse.
Oh, you get the distinct feeling he knows it too. That's where he's heading.
Okay.
Both of y'all can hear
As
the
lo-
humming.
Okay.
But him going up over the edge is probably dangerous.
Yeah. Us talking right now is also super dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to have him wait, and I'm going to go peek up over the edge. I want to figure out how we're looking. Who's up here?
As you move up to peek around, you don't see anybody on the level you're standing at. There's two larger towers on either side of you, and you can hear voices from the one on the right. At least two.
Okay. Is the porter potty on the level in which I am at?
Yes.
Okay.
If you jump over the wall, you're effectively... The top of the wall is effectively even with the top of the restroom.
Do I think that if he can get up the porter potty, what is the bigger risk? Him going through the porta potty and trying to kill as silently as possible, or
Bigger risk is he's almost, with his angle, he's not going to be able to take that goblin quietly unless he can get for the throat, which is highly unlikely. If he comes up over the edge, chances are he's going to be seen by the people on the towers. But the yelling, if he fails to take it, will be significantly louder, but then if he gets seen, they're going to yell anyway. The problem comes as long as that goblin is in there, and he's coming at it from below, he will be unable to get at that goblin.
okay.
However, with you being able to get over, you might be able to silence the goblin enough for Icarus to get in and kill him. Or you could try to kill them yourself.
Fair. Okay. That's super gonna break my invisibility.
Or you could try to find another path. You could also try to distract them, get them up and standing.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is that I am going to create a distraction, because the only thing that's going to break my invisibility is if I attack. I'm gonna try and spook the goblin that is in the porter potty so that Icarus can try and get in behind him and go for the throat. I'm going to pretend to be a mouse.
Oh, how are you going to be a mouse?
So I'm going to do tiny little, like, I am specifically going... I just had a realization.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Mouse the Mouse out of my pocket and tell him to go scare the crap out of that goblin, but get out alive.
Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak. And I'm going to just put fucking... Ow. I'm gonna go hop over the edge and basically put Mouse in a position to get underneath the door.
You can now have a very good view as you come over the edge at the number of goblins within this fortress. You see there are a good number alongside a number of wargs, and then just here you see an older looking goblin barking orders, a black thin blade sheathed at his hip.
Gonna be Blackbeard. Ah. Okay. So, yep. Plan is for Mouse the Mouse to go work as a distraction, so that Icarus can get in and Does this outhouse lock from the outside, by chance?
You gonna go try the door? You don't see a lock on the outside.
I'm gonna have. Okay. Based on what I know, I'm going to very, very quietly whisper the plan to Icarus. Because I can't do this in mind. Then I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna hold the door shut. And have Mouse the Mouse go in.
Fair enough. You see there's a little gap under the door. The mouse could squeeze under.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and keep this door shut on the off chance he tries to get out. Because let's be real, this dude's just gonna go, oh my god, a mouse. I'm gonna pray that this works!
You see the mouse squeezes that little booty boot under the door. And then you hear the goblin still humming before going, huh? Then you hear Mouse squeak at him, and the goblin just starts screaming bloody murder. You see over to your right a goblin rush over. A second one coming over as well.
I get the fuck out of the way of the door.
As you hear the goblin yell out to the one that's in the bathroom. It seems something is going on in there. And they're having some kind of conversation. But it just sounds like it's the conversation. The one next to you rolls his eyes and just walks off, waving it to the one above. You then hear thud, thud, thud of a knife slamming into wood. As the goblin continues to make a lot of noise.
Yeah, but that goblin obviously knows what's going on, so I'm gonna keep the door shut.
It's not somebody hitting it. It sounds like the goblin's attempting to stab Mouse the Mouse.
I figured as much, but this is gonna be fucking Itchable.
Icarus.
Icarus. I really want to call him Itchable, and I don't know why. This is gonna be Icarus's time to fucking get going.
It takes a little bit, but eventually the sound stops from the goblin. And you hear a little plop as Mouse the Mouse comes scurrying back out from under the door. I need an athletics check to hold the door. As this goblin's trying to get through.
Okay. Athletics.
You have advantage.
I have advantage? Okay.
Because he's not trying very hard to open the door yet.
Okay. In that case, give me 1 sec so I can roll at advantage. At the very that went through, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been struggling with roll 20 all fucking night. Or not roll 20, D&D. Come on, fucking roll.
You manage to hold it, and you almost hear, huh? And then nothing. But you do hear some kind of wood flop open, as if a trapdoor opened.
Okay.
You can see
I'm
Mouse
going-
Mouse looking around trying to find you, just like, where are you, friend?
I'm going to scoop up Mouse the Mouse and put them in a little pocket at the bottom of my boot.
So they just look like they're scurrying around. Hey, the mouse.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much.
But what do you do after that?
I'm gonna step. Okay. I'm gonna step over here because I'm supposed to be going this way. And this is technically where me and Icarus split off.
You see the door is gently swinging open.
Okay.
And you see, just briefly, the small red snout of Icarus peek out before dashing quietly off to this building over here.
Okay. Remind me, were we both supposed to take off the middle one and then go our separate ways?
The plan was originally for him to go deal with that one and you go to get one in the front.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I am gonna basically skitter around the wall, the quiet. Actually, an easier way to do this is I'm gonna go on the outside and skitter around the side.
Make it a stealth check.
Do I have advantage because I'm invisible?
You have a bonus to your check from invisibility.
Okay. I always forget, so I will ask until the day I die, but you know. At a moment of well, I mean, even if I had rolled sleight of hand, it's still the same plus, but...
So you start to move along, nothing really quiet. You hear that older goblin yelling at somebody down from in the middle.
I assume that it's in Goblin.
Yeah.
And I can't actually get myself back on the other side, so I'm just... Oh, you moved me. Okay.
As you move, it sounds like another set of goblins are here causing... They're having a conversation as well. Sounds like they're playing cards.
It's fine. I've got a goal. I've got to get to the ballista. Stealth mission. No, I'm not actually singing this in character.
So you make your way slowly over there, stepping into the tower alongside a pair of goblins. And you see the ballista standing before you. One goblin just kind of sitting on the foundation, or the bracer for the slab of wood the catapult itself is standing on.
Okay. I will say, before I got up here, I would have gotten low enough on the, actually, no, never mind. Scratch that. Because if Mouse the Mouse is not with me, there's no way in hell I am going to be able to find them again. They are staying in the pocket on my boot. Okay. Is this like a trapdoor over here?
Yep, it's the way up.
Okay. If I were to disarm this ballista, would it count as an attack?
No.
So I would still be invisible.
Mm-hmm. If you try to smash it, it would.
No, I am trying to disarm it. Especially if I can disarm it quietly enough, I can steal the string. Technically, I want to stand right here, but I can't get through the wall. Okay. So my goal is to, as silently as possible, disarm this damn thing.
Alrighty. I need a sleight of hand check. Because effectively what you're trying to do is mess with the mechanisms, the rope and whatnot, and its aiming gear. Are you trying to stop it from firing? Stop it from aiming? What do you want to do? Completely destroy it?
I want to stop it from firing.
So effectively you'd be cutting the main wire.
Yeah.
Which there is a small bit of tension on the wire. There's a decent chance that when it goes, it's going to make a snapping sound.
I'm trying to do this as quietly as possible.
There's nothing you can do to stop. The force of it is stronger than
Okay.
you if you cut
How?
that wire.
Okay. What is the quietest way to disarm this trap that is going to be a pain in the ass to get it back up and running?
Definitely damaging the aiming thing. It will still be able to fire, but they won't be able to choose where it fires.
Okay.
Because if you mess with the launching mechanism, there's a lot of tension there, and it's going to snap and alert the two goblins you're standing next to. You're almost certain you can deal with the aiming mechanism itself without being noticed, but it's a risk, still, as it always is.
Yeah, we're gonna go with aiming first.
Gotcha. Roll me that
And
sleight of hand.
Okay. I was gonna say, is this still sleight of hand?
Mm-hmm. Because you're messing with the mechanisms underneath the ballista itself.
Hero point. Hero point.
Do I have any hero points? Oh, I have 5. Yeah, I'm gonna use a hero point.
Fair.
There's the first one.
Ooh.
With advantage.
Oh yeah.
As you manage to take out some of the pins, remove some of the gears, you're actually pretty sure that if they try to, you have it set up the moment they try to move this. The the brace that's holding it in place and up is going to collapse, and this full thing has a chance to fall off the side of the tower itself. But it won't go until somebody tries to aim it.
Okay. So
You have effectively Jenga'd this ballista.
perfect.
Nice.
Okay. So I've got that done. I am now going to get the fuck off of here and scurry back down on the other side. All those pieces, I'm gonna get all the way to the ground and then put those pieces on the ground so that they don't make a sound, so that they're down here and nobody knows where they're at.
Fair.
And then I'm feeling good, so I'm gonna sneak my way over to that other fucking ballista.
I need another stealth check. Okay.
Wow.
You're moving quiet, moving along the wall. You see there is a barricade meant to stop people from walking over and around. It's relatively large, meant to stop even larger creatures than the goblins and the kobolds. There's another layer under them to stop the kobolds.
Okay. Can I get over it on the wall, or do
Oh, yeah.
I need to go via the bridge?
Yeah, you can absolutely go over the wall.
I will just go over.
You end up at a large wooden gate. And you managed to get over the second one as well.
Yeah. How many gobos are up here?
There are just a pair of 2, just like the other one.
Okay. I am going to use another hero point and do the same damn thing.
another sleight of hand. Just waiting for the second one.
No, that rolled twice.
Oh, it had advantage on. Okay. You managed to repeat the process on this catapult, this ballista as well.
Okay. I am going to scurry my little ass back down and do the same thing.
You do notice something, Chiron.
Yeah.
You see movement on the other side of the bridge. It's brief, but you know your people are close.
Okay. I'm gonna set that down, and then I'm gonna go back up the wall about, I want to poke my head over so that I can see over here.
Boop.
Okay. Do I see Icarus?
No.
Okay.
But considering he's much more visible than you, he's probably
That's a
laying low somewhere.
Yeah,
But the
that
camp still seems completely unaware.
okay. How many ballistas were there total? It was just the 3, right?
Just the 3, as far as y'all know. And looking over, you can see the other towers. You don't see any more ballistas up.
Okay.
So,
Okay, you know what? I'm going to were there any like things of oil on any of the towers that I looked at?
Both of the ones you were just up had at least 3 vats up there. But they're big and they're going to be hefty. Hard to move around. Even, they're almost impossible to move without seeing them be moved. With the goblin sitting right there.
Yeah, okay. Okay. In that case, I am going to count how many of these goblins that I have seen. I had to move to my laptop. Can you just give me a count?
I think it's about
So
30.
that 30, and then
At least 5 wargs.
So about 30 goblins, 5 wargs, and then the leader.
Yeah. Roundabout.
Alrighty. Okay, then I'm sneaking over the bridge.
Fair.
Because the whole point of this was to get in and get the fuck out.
Fair.
And get back to the peoples.
So you begin making your way back, leaving behind the fort.
Yeah. How long has this all taken?
About 50 minutes. You're running out of time on your invisibility.
Okay. Then I don't enjoy the fact that Ichabod is there by himself.
Icarus.
Icarus. God damn it! One day. I am going to basically scoot. Do I basically run into the other force?
Oh yeah, once you get into the woods on the other side by a little bit, you do find the others, as you find your crew is waiting with the kobolds. You can see they are, Priest Demetrios is watching the sun. You know your time is almost up.
Okay.
If they haven't heard from you, they're moving on the hour. Since you
Okay.
said it.
I am more of a hindrance going back for for Icarus. He is better off getting out on his own. That being said, so I'm gonna go up, and I'm going to assume that once I meet with them is about the time that the invisibility is wearing off.
Oh no, it only takes 2 minutes for you to get to them. You still have 8 minutes left.
Oh,
They're not super deep. They're right there. You saw them from the tower.
okay. In that case, I'm going to fucking Nomen, and Nomen, you just hear the skirt of an invisible figure skirt in front of you as I'm making my presence known.
No one looks around like. Oh. I'm assuming that's you, Chiron.
Yeah. The front two are down. I'm not quite sure where Icarus is right now, but I'm going back for him. I think I got about 8 minutes.
How long has it been since I cast the spell?
About 52
I've
minutes.
I've got 8 minutes. I'm going back.
I could recast it if you wish. I have another spell slot.
You are close
Yes.
with casting spells. There's a chance you're heard from the tower. From the keep itself.
Can we go back a little bit so that we're not?
You could always try. It's going to take more time.
Yeah, I would be casting it again, but like it wouldn't do anything, right? They see we're all out here. It wouldn't like.
I mean, they
Yeah,
haven't
like-
noticed.
They haven't put it this way, if we go back and give me enough time to cast it, I can go back in, and while you guys are going down, I can go find Icaros. That way he's not in there by himself.
I'm very confused at the fact that they haven't seen the army, but
You're
all
not
right,
standing right there. You're in the wood.
Oh,
You haven't moved
so-
forward yet.
Am I
Yeah.
overhearing this, or is it just you and Noman?
I mean, you're like speaking quietly, but this entire group is quiet at the moment. Somebody starts talking, you're gonna know. So yeah, you can
Yeah.
hear. Because it's been quiet for
Yeah.
about an hour. Nobody said a damn word.
Yeah. So, yeah, Noman taking me off and recasting it. You guys go up on the hour. I will go back up I'd say give me like 10 minutes past the hour. That way I can find Ichibald, or not, it's fucking Icarus. Icarus, I'll get it right eventually. So that I can find Icarus so he's not in there alone. That being said, Noman, not Noman, Elise, you're getting handed a mouse.
The mouse squeaks.
Okay.
You're not sure where the mouse
You
came
are-
from either.
Elise, you're sturdier than I. Protect Mouse the mouse. You just
Yes,
hear
I'm also
Chiron
gonna
says,
get hit. The whole plan of me going up front is for me to get hit. If this thing's underneath my clothes, I don't want to get crushed.
I'm gonna turn Mouse towards me. They can't see me. Mouse, stay put. And I'm gonna put Mouse in a fucking, like, the hollow of a tree.
You see
After making
mouse
sure there
look
isn't
up
an
at
owl.
Look up at where they think you are with these big eyes as you are leaving behind a small being all on their own in the middle of a war, not knowing if you're going to be able to come back.
You know, if you want, I can take care of Mouse. They can hide inside my violin.
Isn't that gonna mess up your music?
Yes, it would.
Do you have a different instrument that you don't use?
No one starts reaching around, looking in his pockets.
Mouse the mouse jumps out of the stump and goes and runs up Zamir's leg.
That works.
no,
Stay with Zamir.
I only have the violin. I should remember to get a flute at some
Yeah.
point.
Zamir, you're in
feel-
charge of
Oh, go ahead.
you're in charge of Mouse the mouse.
You feel this mouse run up the side of your leg and pat you on the side of the cheek.
But yes, Noman, we'll go.
Yeah, I take Chiron's hand, lead them further into the forest, so I know where they are.
Be safe.
Zap?
We'll deal with that in a minute. But you are able to cast the spell on it a good distance away.
Alright, that's my last level 2 spell slot, which doesn't matter because the only level 2 spells I have are Magic Mouth and Invisibility.
You can always upcast it. But Chiron, you're running back in,
Yes.
and you need another stealth check.
Okay. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Where did my stealth go? There it is.
But as you are moving back in, you make it back over the wall.
Okay.
Everything's
I
still
am-
quiet.
Yeah. I'm well, not like over the wall. I'm basically going or actually, yeah, I'm going basically around, ending up back over here.
Okay.
Seeing if I can find Itchable.
There's nobody,
Or
named,
fucking-
nobody by that name.
Icarus!
But as you come back up, you poke your head into this little area, which is a little more covered than the other ballistas. You see Icaros is standing over the ballista, which doesn't look like it's been bothered at all. But there are 3 corpses in the room with Icaros.
Fair.
He is pressed up against the wall watching the camp.
Okay.
Can I get a perception check?
Yes, you may.
You see there is a small oil pot right underneath the mechanism for the ballista itself. There is also a fuse.
Okay.
But other than that, the ballista looks fine.
Fair. I assume it's a trap, but
Doesn't look like it would be a triggerable trap. You'd have to light that fuse to make it go off, and there's nothing to light it.
I am going to... There's nobody around us, so I'm just gonna whisper Icaros's name.
He doesn't full spin, but you feel his body tense and turn.
And then just another whisper. Chiron.
He relaxes a little bit, but doesn't say anything.
What did you do to the ballista?
He points to the explosive underneath the ballista.
How do you light it?
You see, he takes out a... He doesn't even take anything out. He just snaps his fingers, and you see a small flame appear on top of it.
Okay. Noted.
And he
Chiron's gonna
snuffs it immediately, making
Yeah.
sure the light wasn't seen.
go. Yep. Chiron's gonna go. Okay. The other 2 are out. They've been informed. I'm your backup.
There's a nod, and he points to a small thing of ballista bolts.
We man in the ballista.
He nods. But it's at this point the rest of you are ready. And the kobolds, you see Demetrios hold up 3 clawed fingers. 2. 1. Then he makes a fist and pumps it down, and the 4 kobolds holding the battering ram immediately start running as quietly as they can, but they're going more for speed. They make it about here before the individuals on the towers notice and start to yell. You see the ballistas getting swung around before crack, 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 and both ballistas collapse. The one on the right taking out part of the wall as it collapses and goes spiraling into the ravine. The other one crushing, trapping one of the other goblins up on the top. Are y'all joining the charge?
Lisa's right up there.
Yes.
Zamir will be too.
Then
Be
as
there.
y'all
He
arrive-
shouts.
I'm following next to Farley.
The kobolds
Yeah.
behind are on the move as well. But as y'all move and the battle begins, that is where we're going to leave it for tonight. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun. I'm curious to see how this throwdown goes down. And for everybody that is here listening in, I hope you come back next time to enjoy another mess of an episode that is the Echo of Ancients and see how much the party can do against a whole horde of goblins. Y'all have a wonderful night. Bye!